If you love making money and want to win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and want to win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets to hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super under center song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we play the just cash.
Hey, hold up.
Just cash.
Man, all that cursing. I didn't hear any of it. Did you?
No, I missed that.
Me too.
It's
E,
clean
guess
language,
what?
she said.
Hey, E, guess what? We already have 10 likes. What?
Let's go. Everyone's getting ramped up for this Friday. Love to see it. Welcome back. Welcome one and all. You already know what time it is. It is Just Cash. Here to talk JC, baby. Here to talk a little bit of college basketball. It's our last stream of the weekday, and unfortunately, it's going to be our last stream of the regular season. Oh, underrated. How does that feel?
That's how it
Boo
feels.
is right.
Sad.
That's right.
Sad, man. It's just starting to fill out our pockets a little bit here. But, great year, though, still. And I'm excited for next year already. So I love it. Now we got year-round things to look forward to, honestly. So can't be mad.
Yeah. You take the good with the bad as it is, and we are hopefully still going to be looking forward to a WNBA season, but things can happen, so we're going to make some moves. We'll make adjustments accordingly, and if we are without a WNBA season, hopefully we'll get another round of Unrivaled or Project B or whatever the other stuff is. But I got a feeling they'll figure out something here. I really think, honestly, the players are going to cave to some of the demands and stuff that they're asking for that are just honestly unreasonable. It does look like they are having more meetings today, so we should hopefully get an update here over the weekend as far as where we're looking at on that. But Tuesday is the deadline, so we'll know one way or another whether or not we have an on-time season or at least a delayed start by then. But it's where we are right now, so we're going to crack on with college basketball and looking forward to the big tournament play. Some of the teams, some of the divisions already playing in it right now, but bigger teams, this is their last 2 days of the regular season. I'm not sure if they play on Sunday. I think everyone's kind of off for that, but most of the teams are going to wrap it up on Saturdays. So
Selection Sunday, right? Selection Sunday, where they do the little say where everyone's ranked and get it all together. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we'll get the final season rankings as far as where everyone stands and what the postseason will look like. The teams that will get their buys at the top and what that kind of looks like for all the play-in games that we should have. But we gonna have a real busy week. I mean, things are just gonna keep picking up from here. So I would say probably a good 3 solid weeks left of stuff to go through. and then that'll be that for our season. But we had a pretty good one. I mean, almost up 50 units so far. We're off to another great week, even with the bad beats with Kiki the other night. Still 7.5 units to date. Got a pretty reasonable slate today. I don't think we really got too much interest in it overall. There are little things to talk about, but we do have a pretty solid Saturday, and we were able to catch a bunch of value with ACUF being ruled out, and then we got our favorite under rebounds for guards versus OSU. And then my boy T.O. Barrett. Bookies just have no idea what to do with this guy. So we did snap him up at 8.5 points. I believe Parlay Play Parlay Play just removed it, but Sleeper still has it currently. So keep an eye out for that. I do think he should move back to 8.5 points, but we'll kind of touch on that here in just a minute and see what we got to work with. But before we hop into it, I see a bunch of y'all already have hit that like button down below. Make sure hit that button for us. Appreciate supporting the channel as always, helping us grow our little community here. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below, turn the noties on, and be a part of the Discord. Make sure to check it out. Still in the links below. 7-day free trial. Come win some money with us. Alrighty. Just to recap yesterday, we went 50%. It was a smaller slate, played lighter units. MSU did not play well in the first half whatsoever. I mean, honestly, that game looked so identical to the first time they played. It's actually kind of crazy. Even more weird with how bad the last 2 minutes of the game was for MSU. I mean, they almost sent that into overtime, fumbling the bag there. But it is what it is. They didn't send help coverage on Wilkerson, and Jeremy Fears, of course, had to end up putting the team on his back again and went for 19 points. 19 or 21, I think it was 19 points. But just a weird day, weird day. And then we had, was it Saunders? Ended up getting an offensive rebound right at the end of the game to go over. Bro's lucky to ever get one offensive rebound, and he had 2 that game. So stuff like that's going to happen. That's why we did lighter units. But our Burnett's sweat-free. I mean, Bro hit a 3 in the first half right at the end of the quarter, or at the end of regulation, and he never sniffed another bucket. So good looks there. Sturt stayed under. And who was the other one that we had? Banks. Yeah, Banks. Unfortunately, ended with 17, so that 1 point bump did actually matter a whole lot there, but still stayed under the original line. So we broke out even on the day. Count that as a win overall.
Not too bad. For a shitty, weird day, it wasn't too bad. I mean, Michigan State messed up my bowl bet too. And yeah, man, I don't know. Rutgers has their number somehow. So unfortunately, Fears went over because of that. They needed him to kick into high gear. We were hoping a blowout would happen, or Fears just wouldn't have to shoot much and they'd still get the victory, but that was not the case. They needed Fears and all his fears, and his fears came through, and he said, "I'm not scared." Put him on their back, put him on his back. So it is what it is.
Yep, it happens.
Yep.
It happens. All right. Well, before we hop into it, just to double check here real fast. I'm not lagging or anything right now, am I?
Nope. All looks good from here.
Okay, sweet. All right. Well, let's get a move on. Let's talk about our first play. We got Lamar Wilkerson traveling out to Ohio State, and one of our prime spots. Honestly, it's kind of a surprise that he's still even at 4.5. I mean, especially with the most recent games here, you would think that they would at least take him back down to 3.5. But I do expect this line to change. I mean, they've been a little bit more aggressive this week as far as rebound props specifically. They've been moving those around a lot. And yes, I know we've been attacking them a lot more, which makes sense, but another great matchup for us. I mean, we know OSU has been elite at limiting rebounds to guards. I mean, we saw it held just most recently. I mean, Braden Smith, a very high rebounding guard, ended with 0. But I mean, take a look at any of the true guard positions. Remove John Blackwell because he plays more of a small forward role. But Nick Boyd only ending with 3. I mean, Arenas, that was another one that was laughable. He was at 5.5, 6.5. They just do not allow rebounds to guards. I mean, that has been their thing all season. They've been very, very disciplined about it. And he's going to be dealing with Big Brucey, who plays really good defense. We know that. So all things lining up here perfectly for this matchup. And especially you look at his road performances, it's been even worse. He's only averaging 3.6 so far this season. But still as a whole, 3.5, Nothing extra there. This easily should be a 3.5 point line, but love the matchup. Love this spot. Still love the payout for it. It's what, a 0.79? Yeah, 0.79. Only available on Underdog right now, so that's why we do also have it as a 2-unit play. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this play. And if you got a 40% boost or any kind of boost like that on Underdog, you can couple that with a lot of different plays here. So that is going to be our number one play, at least as of right now. How you feeling about that?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly. I mean, ball could bounce the wrong way. You know, Kiki could score 0 points in the second half again, but that's kind of where we're at with it. Chances are in our favor for sure with that payout. Plus, if you do 2 picks on Underdog, you're getting a great value. Plus, like you said, if you get the boost and that's what you want to use it on, not a bad play to use it on for sure. I was just looking as you were talking about this under rebound thing, and I know those Arkansas plays aren't even available anymore. So going through them and saying we got them and being in the Discord is how you can collect some more money is definitely true. But we don't really need to look into them too much because you can't really play them anymore. But I will say, as I was looking with this under rebound, I know this scared you last time, but what do you think about Caden Lewis under 4.5 rebounds they have now at 0.75? It's pretty interesting. 0.75. Now, tell me about Xavier there, because I don't know about their style here. I know they're not super slow. Could they possibly... Oh, you're looking at that. Oh, you and your H2H clicks. Ruining all the fun. Is it because they give up rebounds to guards a lot and shoot a lot of threes? And are they kind of up-tempo there? Looks like they have a lot of good history with not giving up rebounds to guards. Somehow he got 7 that game. But, I mean, for him to get 5 rebounds, I guess if you look back further, it looks a little scarier. He was getting more rebounds. Is that what that was in the beginning? I don't have it on my outlier for some reason. Yeah, why
he was getting a fair amount of them earlier in the season, but some of those a little bit easier matchups and a little bit more up pace.
The poo-poo, right? The shittier matchups.
I would imagine this is a pretty low total. It's 153. Okay, so it's a little bit higher than I was expecting.
Xavier puts up points. That's the scary part. They put up shots. Q-Donkey has a Dylan Darling under, which is really cool. I can't wait to look at that, because that dude, if he doesn't play those minutes, you know, the coach sometimes plays him when he's having a good game and somebody else is not doing as well. I know he's in and out. We can look at that later too, but that's interesting. Dylan Darling, he'll go off sometimes, but a lot of times he'll just disappear or won't even be in the game. So that's another one to look at for sure. I like that.
Yeah, we'll take a look at him here in just a second. Lewis is not bad. I mean, honestly, you know, it is a little scary that he went for a season high 7, but I mean, on the season as a whole, he's barely averaging just over 3 rebounds per game. So the 3.5 line might be a little bit scarier.
Can you look at the last 10 though? Even like the last 10 games when they're playing, like, you know, conference teams that are, like, look at that now. That's a whole different story. You know, the last, whatever that is, 10 games or so. Was it 20% hit rate there?
Well, here's the last
10%?
10. I was looking at the home stretch. He's only gotten there twice. I mean, it's definitely high.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's 4.5, but I mean, it's 3.5, but you can alt it to 4.5 and it's 0.75, so it's not too bad, especially on Underdog with their big payouts. So, just a thought.
Yeah, that is not bad. Not bad. Looks like they're a little divided on that. It's probably why we're getting such a good payout for the 4.5, because he's pretty heavy juiced for the over. But
it must be that head-to-head that you saw is why.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be. Normally, he would just be 3.5 at a normal line.
We could do that as a lean. We can do basically we'll do 0.5, even though it's in the lean section, you know, so we can actually get a decent amount of pay. I know it says always 0.25, sure. But or we could just put it in the normal section for a half unit.
If you like it, yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Cool. Hopefully he won't repeat what he did against them last time.
All right. Before we hop into here, I'll bring up Darling so we can kind of look at him. Let's talk about, oh my goodness. Let's talk about our 2 Arkansas players just here real fast. So we did get news that Darius Acuff he went from doubtful to actually just being ruled out. So this will be his first missed game of the season. Not sure exactly what's going on with him. Actually meant to go back and look at that. But we'll be out for this matchup. So we know they're already without Carter Knox. This is going to leave them pretty shorthanded as far as their guard situation. I do expect DJ Wagner to likely move into the starting lineup, which is great because, that guy averages barely 5-6 field goal attempts a game. Even whenever he was starting, he was pretty much doing nothing. So more than likely he'll be picking up some point guard duties here, but we do have about 15 field goal attempts of a void to fill, so that is going to trickle out a lot to the other guards here. And Mizzou, pretty solid inside the paint. They've had a formidable defense, obviously really big players on the other side, but their biggest weakness is they're giving up threes. They're giving up so many threes right now. So in the absence of the Acuff, I do expect Trevon Brazile to probably pick up a few more threes like he was doing this last game. 7 attempts is a little bit over his normal, but somewhere in the range of 5 to 7 attempts. Wouldn't be surprised to see that either. But I do think Malik Thomas, probably the next candidate to pick up the most usage. He's typically more of the extra 3-point shooter they have for the team as far as wing support. Billy Richmond did surprisingly hit 2 threes in this matchup, but that's not really kind of his forte. You look at him so far this season. On a good day, he's probably hitting 1 at best, but he played really well against him. He got to the free throw line an ample amount of times and went for 21 real points. So 14.5 points just made sense. The line was just way too low for Acuff being out. And what we've seen over the last several games, obviously this last game against Texas, he played really well. Dylan Swain locked him down, and the Acuff, step back up into the mix as we kind of talked about on the show. That could be something we could see a little switch, but now no Acuff, that's a massive thing. And then also with Malik Thomas, you look at him, he's been pretty solid this season. Averaging about 15 points per game. Last couple games came back down to earth a little bit. Obviously with Florida, that was a really tough matchup on the road. They also got blown out. But the last game, too, he kind of checked out a little bit early. He didn't play over 30 minutes in the first game in a long time. So coach was resting the starters. They ended up beating him by 20. And, it makes sense. No reason to really leave him out there. But now I think this game in particular, we're going to see both of these guys lean into more of the 3-point shooting. I'm really expecting Malik Thomas to go out and play hella minutes here. We saw when he first moved into the starting lineup. Coach was giving him full reign for this. So looking for, 34, 36 minutes here in what should be a competitive game. I think it's only a 2.5 point spread, 1.5 point now, so even better. 161 total is something that's hard to overlook. That's going to be a real high scoring game. So I do love Malik here. I think we need that 3-point shooting. We've seen enough of those spike games from him, especially from the most recent games. He's been playing really bad. So positive regression is around the corner, and you couldn't ask for a better matchup here. So love both of these guys. Love the minutes. Love the usage we should see out of both of them. And if the minutes are there, then even better.
No brainers. Should have been 2 units. We'll take 1 though.
Yeah, we'll be okay with that. Going for 15 plus for both of these guys.
Oh, for sure.
All right. So let's keep it going. We got another one here. Big T.O. Barrett and the dilemma of the books to where actually to set his line. So we did have parlay play, prize picks, and sleeper all had him at 8.5. I do believe he's still on sleeper, so you can get him there. But honestly, I don't mind the 9.5 points. I think the 9.5 points is totally fair for him. His last game, he's coming off of a foul game, so it makes sense. But they're also coming off of 2 blowout games. They won by 24 points here, and then they ended up losing by 16 here in the last game, and they only had 1 starter play over 30 minutes. But he was coming off of massive foul trouble here, and it's also another player who struggles from home road splits. Now, looking at him so far this season, when he moved into the starters, kind of want to show you all a little bit of a difference here. But last time they played, it was at Arkansas, and he was in massive foul trouble against Acuff. He had 2 fouls in the first half. Coach still played him for the last 3 minutes of the first half, and he went out and scored a bucket. So he had 4 points in the first half, and then second half, he unfortunately picked up 2 fouls at 17-15 to open the half. So he ended up with 4 fouls. He had to sit all the way down until 6 minutes left in the game and still ended with 5 points. So, I mean, it's not like he wasn't shooting the ball. Usage rating looked really normal for him. I mean, almost a 26% usage rating. He's still facilitating, doing his RA bit. But the points, I think, are just way too low. I mean, he's played so well at the house since starting. I mean, you look at, yes, smaller sample size, but still the minutes very much so, playing 30-plus a game, barring any kind of foul trouble. But the dude's averaging 17 points at home. I mean, that is really hard to overlook. And we were in the same situation last time that we played him, where he was just coming off of one bad game, and the bad game was because of foul trouble. That's what happened last time. And then he came back and he snapped off. He went for 28 points against Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee of all teams. That's not a matchup we would target. But I love this dude at the house. He's played so exceptionally well there. He's getting his 10 points. I think we see the same thing come out from this last game. He was shooting the ball early. He was being aggressive. And now we don't have Acuff to deal with on the other side. We're going to have a very passive DJ Wagner. And he's not going to be worried about the foul troubles again. So I think they go right back to the same thing. We're looking for another double-digit field goal attempts out of him. And in every single one of those games, he scored 10 or more points. So I think bookies are wrong on this one. He should be 10.5 points every single slate. But 8.5, 9.5 points for plus money, I do like them both.
Now, do you like the PRA, or do you just want to go points?
The PRA, I think, is totally fine. I mean, honestly, you are relying off of a little bit more of the scoring overall, but I will say also the PA, let me see if this changed, but they did have him at 13.5. Let's see. Yeah, so PrizePicks actually still has left this the same. I think the PA, totally fine. I mean, he's been very solid for the playmaking. He's had 4 or more in basically every non-foul trouble game. Tennessee, obviously, he did not because he had 28 points, so he wasn't passing the ball too much there. But I still think this line is totally fine. The rebounding has been a little bit too spiky for my liking overall, but I do like the assist consistency. And I think the points still just totally fine. So 13.5 PA would be my next look.
Alrighty. Cool. Big TO, do us right again, buddy. Pause. Let's go. And 12 likes, Steve.
That's right. Yeah, man. Hey, he's been good to us when we played him. He has not let us down, knock on wood, since we picked up and started playing him.
All right. Let's do it then. Big TO, 8.5 on Sleeper, 9.5 on Underdog. Either one, get a better payout with the 9.5. Still think that's going to work out, so makes sense.
Yeah. He's gonna come through another little first half cash for us. I'm feeling it.
Oh wow. Very confident there. All right, Felix is the next one, and Nate is doubtful, probably not playing, right?
Yeah, he should be out. I mean, honestly, that injury looked a little nasty. Your leg should not really bend that way, especially for a big.
Ouch.
News was kind of weird. So he was originally priced at what he should have been. He was at 17.5 PRA, and he was at 9.5 points, which I think made a lot of sense. I mean, especially given this last game, he went for 20 real points, but also off of a fair amount of minutes. The game did blow out, so he was on track to play well over 30, like closer to 34 minutes like we saw before. But the field goal attempts, I mean, he had 14 field goal attempts, and that was exactly right up his alley of, having to fill in for all that usage for Nate being out. The rebounding for him has been pretty solid this season, I will say. I mean, he's still averaging over 6 per game. I think the 6.5 line is completely fair for him, especially given with, again, Nate being out. That's massive. His PRA, though, just felt honestly way too low from what we saw this last game. And I know the first time they played, he did get into a bit of foul trouble. He ended up with either 4 fouls or he actually fouled out. But he had some really, really dumb fouls, and it was on the road for that matter, too. So rematch performance, no Nate being in there, I think bodes really, really well for us. But the news on Nate just didn't make any sense. Like, why would may not be available for Saturday's game against Vanderbilt, according to the coach? Why would they bump his lines down after that? I mean, you can see even right here it says he hasn't practiced all week. He has not stepped on the practice field or on the practice court whatsoever. So they would be throwing in an injured player who's cold all week, hasn't played, hasn't gotten ready for the game. I know it's at home, but still also not the best matchup overall. I think he doesn't play, man. I mean, I don't think they have any reason to play him right now. It's not going to do anything great for their tournament life. It's nothing really like wild implications for it. So it just doesn't make any sense. If he hasn't practiced, there's no way he's playing.
Sounds good. Oak Para on the boards, man. 14.5, super low for him. Hopefully he can come through, get those minutes, and Nate stays out. But we're going to wait to lock it in until Nate is officially out, correct?
Yeah, just to be safe. I mean, personally, I will say, just being transparent, I do have a little bit of an exposure on him right now, just in lieu of the lines moving. But yeah, we do want to confirm that Nate's going to be out just to make sure.
Yeah, and being in lieu of something is really cool. T.O. Barrett is now on PrizePicks at 9 flat. FYI.
Okay, yeah. Even better. I mean, you're playing a little bit still for the 9.5 line, essentially, but, that doesn't surprise me. PrizePicks just kind of put him right there in the middle. It is kind of weird, though. I mean, with underdog here, I mean, you can see he's pretty heavily favored to go under, so it's like the bookies know, but they don't know. They're like, why don't we just drop him down? Because they're not making any of his all lines worth a damn. Like, none of this stuff is playable for even just the two selections underneath it. So keep an eye out for that. Underdog could definitely just let their algorithm work and he end up moving to 8.5. I wouldn't be surprised.
Dokie dokie.
Okie dokie. All right, let's talk about my darling,
Bunk
Mr.
darling.
Dillon. Yeah. So one big thing, gotta say, biggest red flag is he is a recent starter. So you have to take that for a lot of consideration here. Also, Adam Clark being out on the other side is a bit of a thing. I mean, he is a pretty solid defender, one of their better wing defenders, but he also comes with a lot of turnovers. So, I mean, that could cut down on a little bit of the fast break opportunities on the other side. But Darling, kind of, a mid-level player. I will say, haven't really seen a whole lot of him as a whole this season. But in the first two starts he had 8 and 11 field goal attempts. So usage rating, I mean, basically the same as whenever he was coming off the bench. I mean, we saw a couple of flash, spot starts from him when they were dealing with injuries in the team. Typically doesn't play over 30 minutes that often. I know he did here this last game, so maybe that is going to continue to be a thing. Really, I think the most thing we're sweating out of him is just what is the field goal attempts? Like, what is that scoring going to look like tonight? Because the RA, I think on a good day, he'll probably get, 5 to 6, something like that. But on a typical night, he's probably pretty well capped at like 6 at the most. But it's just the points. Like, how many points, how many field goal attempts is he going to put up? Because 8 3-point attempts is quite scary. I have to say that's a massive jump from what we've seen a lot of his normal games so far this season. But he is a 3-point shooter, and that's something that St. John's has really, really been lacking for a majority of the season, is just having a consistent 3-point threat. So I don't mind it. I do think it's still a higher line than what it should be. I know he was at 16.5 PRA on PrizePicks and I think Underdog, and then he moved down to 15.5. So the 17.5 does make the most sense, especially for the payout. We're just we're working with some unknowns here, so you got to take that for what you will.
Yeah. I'm trying to see, why did he play so many minutes last game? It's because they were down and he was just doing well, and they needed the 3-point shooter out there because they were losing? Could possibly be because Georgetown was whooping them, remember?
Yeah. No, they were very fortunate to come back and win that game. They also got a lot of penalty and free throw shots at the end there to kind of get them over. Hard to say what the minutes are going to be like because, I mean, you can't even really look at the game before that because they got blown out by 30. So, I mean, that one even, real good chance he was going to play another 30 minutes there. And if that was the case, add maybe another 4 field goal attempts, but the amount of RA on him kind of worries me a little bit more than anything.
Now he played for Sannon, and they got Sannon props too, which is interesting. Sannon came
Who's
in
that?
and started chucking threes also to get back in that game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the problem with St. John's right now is they just don't have a consistent 3-point threat.
Ian Jackson has just been demoted down to 12 minutes last game. Wow, buddy.
No, that dude sucks, man. I wasn't a fan of him last year. I saw a little bit of flashes here and there, but
yeah, the flashes. I saw the flashes. Somebody went out for North Carolina last year. He came in and balled out. I forget who it was, but he only had a few games, and then he just sucked. And he sucked ever since.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. So, kind of take that for what you will. It's something maybe the coaches continue to kind of tinker with the line. There's a real good chance. I mean, they could have those two guys, eat into each other's production and or minutes. I mean, him playing over 25 minutes is definitely something to kind of keep an eye out for. But there is some unknowns here, though. That's got to be probably our biggest thing to kind of keep in the back of our head is we just don't know. We don't know.
What I do like, though, about it is we've seen him basically disappear, and we've also see that Seton Hall is slower than molasses, and I see the total is 132, 133 or something like that. So we definitely have that on our side too. I mean, St. John's with a total like that means Seton Hall's like the slowest thing you've ever seen in life.
They are.
We do like that.
They're incredibly slow.
We do like that. And incredibly slow and incredible defense. I mean, they hold teams down. Their defense is ranked real high. So that should help.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. I guess, if we're looking at it in a vacuum, my only hesitation outside of everything else would just be, is Adam Clark playing? Because if he sits, that could be more of a threat on the wing, or more of a thing to be worried about as far as like the wing defense, because he hasn't missed a game this season, so not really sure what that might look like, at least as far as like the on-court positions, like the point guards going at it. If he plays, I like it. I think that's still a really solid play. He should be able to lock down that 3-point shooting a lot better. But if he's out, that could be a little bit more scary.
Hopkins is another guy that's been real bad lately and got less minutes, just shooting terribly. It's another one. Somebody's going under, if not all of them. That PRA for him with his recent minutes and his disgusting shooting and Seton Hall's slowness, it all kind of feels close. I mean, we can't put a lot on it at all, but I think Darling is probably the best one. He's just known to disappear.
Yep. No, it makes sense. Looking at here, the first game they played, I mean, I will say he shot quite efficient. I mean, only 4 attempts, but he went 3 of 4, missed a free throw. Played pretty good defense. He had 3 steals, so maybe that's something that kind of pushed him over into a few extra minutes. But also, Zuby was in massive foul trouble that game. I mean, he only played 27 minutes, and they absolutely ate his lunch. He only had 9 points, 9, 4, and 6. So Zuby actually playing normal minutes should cut down on a lot of that, assuming he stays out of foul trouble.
Yeah, St. John's doesn't know what to do, man. They're just switching their rotations up, and who's doing what. They're just still. It feels like they're trying to figure it out still at the end of the season. It's crazy. I think once they got whooped on by Connecticut, 72-40, they're like, all right, hold on, we got to do something here.
Let's see what happened last game. I forgot Matt Hodge for Villanova. He actually had a season-ending injury. He is their center, but he doesn't typically rebound a lot. He's more of like their 3-point shooter, actually. So they had Duke Brennan is playing some pretty unhinged amount of minutes now. I know he's not somebody who we've really messed with much. We're taking a lot of his unders at the beginning of the year. I remember that, but looks like he's pretty locked in for minutes. He's had a couple of really high rebounding games lately, like a lot of rebounds. Holy shit! But they're missing some 3-point shooting here, so I'm just out of curiosity seeing who was picking up the slack. Looks like Perkins taking a few more threes, and then they got Devin off the bench taking a few more attempts. So really tight rotation on this team. I will say, coach plays real tight rotation on these guys.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
stuff to think about.
I got a couple
Hey, if
more
we can
too.
get two more likes in here, get that 15 marker. That's what we need. Some good luck today.
Wait, are we at 13? I only see 12.
Maybe it's doing that thing again.
Well,
All right, well, 3
either
more.
way, 3 more likes, guys. We would be in 7th heaven. I got a couple more plays to talk about too. I don't know where you're at with what you're looking at. If you guys got any plays too, throw them in the chat. We'll take a look at them. And we were talking about a couple other ones before. Watts being one of them. Bunk ass Watts.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Man, it's kind of weird, some of these unders that we really want to take today, looking at the previous games they played and how well they did. This is another one, right up there with these last couple. He definitely snapped off this game. He went for a real strong 20-point performance.
You gotta think too. I mean, this is a really big difference. They don't have Toppin anymore, and they can deal with Watts. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they gotta worry about Toppin here, so it's a completely different matchup here, I'd say. And Watts has been on the low lately. Like, he's been doing nothing. So I don't see why he would just pick up and start balling tomorrow. BYU's not the best, but they're not the worst. And they're at BYU, so I think that line you found at 0.77x at 23.5 PRA is probably pretty safe.
Yeah. It is interesting that they had bumped him up by 1. He was 20 PRA, and then he bumped up to 21.5. It is interesting though. I will say, coach is just not closing the games with this guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 19 minutes, and it was a close game.
Yeah, he did not play many minutes in the last 2 games. I know the game before that he got in a little bit of foul trouble.
4 field goal attempts, 2 straight games. He is not doing shit.
Yeah, he's surprisingly racking up more assists than anything, which really wasn't a thing for him.
I think
on
they
a good day, he's probably
something.
getting 2.
I think they changed up their offense once Toppin went down.
Yeah, plus, they are still playing their usual starter roles for everyone else. Anderson still playing damn near 40 minutes a night. Atwell, who's played a lot better. That's what we were expecting out of him this last game, too. Even Jalen Petty, him seeing 36 minutes is kind of impressive. But the forwards, these 2 guys, between Luke, their center, and Watts, their small forward here, I don't know. Coach is just not happy with them. He really seems like he's been a little bit more excited closing with one of the guards, and then just whichever of the backup, bigs, just throw them in the mix. But they've been going pretty small lately. They've been quite happy with just leaving a big out there and then running with a 4-guard set. But his shooting struggles have been real bad lately.
He's not even trying to shoot.
No. And the only reason his usage rating is even higher than what it's or more sustainable than what it's been is, from the passing and the playmaking.
I don't know, bro. I know you're scared from that last head-to-head, but if that's all you got, I think we should take it.
It's not a bad look. Honestly, it's not a bad look at all. And even more so, the last time they played, let's see, was on the 17th. Toppin was in real bad foul trouble, and he only played with 20. Oh no, I take that back. He was not in foul trouble. Oh, coach just played them the entire game. He didn't play any bench players. They all played fucking 36 plus minutes. So it's interesting. I mean, hey, if he has a good game, coach is going to play him his minutes. But if he's not shooting the ball, the coach is just not letting him close. I mean, he's been sitting him so much in the second half.
Like you said, too, those assists are really weird. So too bad we don't have a PR alt, but it still works.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Honestly, I'm not too mad at it.
I think BYU is going to really try to get cracking in this game. And BYU at home, what does it look like as far as matchup to forwards like in the past?
A little bit more so for a little bit more on the scoring side. The rebound and assist typically is a bit lower. It's so hard to read into that game, man, because he had just like a season high performance all around. What is his actual RA? It's 8.5. Yeah, so I mean the RA line is still a bit juiced up. I know he had one recent good game, but other than that, I mean, still staying under quite a bit. I mean, think about it like this though: if he plays under 30 minutes, this prop has been pretty well sweat free. But if he plays over 30 minutes, then there's a real good chance he's probably doing well on offense. And if that's the case, he'll get us in something like that. But if he's not shooting the ball well, coach is not playing him.
Yeah. I'm just over here looking at all kinds of funny like Dylan Mitchell even against Seton Hall is pretty high. He hasn't done shit either. But it is what it is. I'm trying to see well, there's a bunch to look at. You know how tomorrow's going to be with all those games. There's going to be so many props that pop up today. We'll just have to make a video tonight probably.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I know last week we were trying to make a video, and I swear like every single play that we posted wasn't there later in order to get anything out with that. We might add Watts to the list. I mean, I will say I've been pretty right there with you as far as not seeing it from him. Let me see. There's a couple other forwards doing. All right, so these are power forwards. Small forwards, Stillwell. He had a pretty good game against them. Milan, a terrible game. Ivan, he's a center. Arsa. It's kind of right there on the line, man. I mean, I think a lot of this production, too, is coming from rebounding. Yeah. We're giving up a little bit extra rebounds here.
Straight points for Watts?
I still like the PRA, honestly, man.
Yeah. I mean, PRA is usually better when his has a chance that his minutes will be low again. I'm trying to see what his points are, just to see if we can alt him up a little bit. It's 11.5. They got 13.5 at 0.8. I don't see him getting 14 points. That might be even better, actually.
0.8 is the payout better for that?
Yeah,
than the PRA?
Mm-hmm. And it's straight points. That actually might be the one.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, that might be the one.
Okay. Yeah. We might be able to probably just a half unit just to be safe.
Sure.
No, we've been riding this wagon for several games now.
Yeah. You can put Darling at 17.5, you get 0.84. You put Watts at 0.8. You put them both together, you're getting 2.35. Not too bad. You can even put
I like that.
You can even put Wilkerson rebounds that you love with it, and you're gonna get 2.21. We know Wilkerson. We don't know, but we pretty much feel like that's gonna be a W.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he even gets 4 rebounds, honestly.
So you do stuff like that. You know, you play a 2-pick with Watts, 13.5 points. You're getting 2.21x. That feels pretty good.
You want to add him up? Add him to the list?
Why not? We'll do a halfer.
Yeah. You want both of them, Darling too, or?
Oh, Darling, you're scaring me with Darling. So
We'll circle back to this because I don't think his lines are really going to move between now and then. I really just want to see if Clark's playing or not.
okay.
Let's go with Watts though.
Definitely Watts.
Do we have a PR line to go under? Actually, hold up. 18.5 PR. That's a little high.
Uh-oh,
So you have
Ayo's
him
about
11.5.
Ayo's about to tell us something very important. He said, I just want y'all to know. I'm waiting for the next message. I love this fucking show, man, he said. I love this effing show, he says.
Hey, appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well.
That sounds for you, Ayo. Are you sure we don't want to do a full unit on Watt since we're only getting paid 0.8 back?
If I wasn't so nervous about it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good line.
Nope.
It's a good
no
line.
We'll leave it at 0.5 then. No biggie.
Straight points, right?
Great points. It's on the list, sir.
All right. Yeah, let's roll with it. We could do a 0.75er on it.
Ooh.
Somewhere between
Kinda-
the full units and half a unit.
Trying to make the math difficult when we hit. All right. With it, I'll pull out the calculator. There we go. We'll move it up to there. How about that?
Yeah. That way we feel better about it when it hits and we didn't do a half unit, but don't feel so bad if it misses and we did a full unit.
Except for it's not going to miss.
No. He's going to get 2 fouls early and let it be that. And it's at BYU as well. I will say I do like that.
That's what I'm saying,
Bro has been poop on the road.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't even look to shoot. He just stands
Yeah,
there.
the PRA is a little bit scarier. I do worry about the RA aspect of that. You know, look at this. That's been a little bit scarier. Hold on, not 4.5. That's not your right line, sir. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So slightly better. I mean, he's still averaging 8 RA, so I mean that is a little bit more to be concerned about. But yeah, the points though have not looked good for him on the road. Yeah. Okay, I feel better about that now.
Yay! He's on board.
All right, cool. Okay. Making sure we're not missing any other news. We'll probably have to be kind of keeping an eye out for this. You never know with the last game of the season. This stuff could get a little bit weird. Some late scratches. All right, well, we got a nice juicy list. Felt pretty good about the plays beforehand. Feel pretty good about them still now. It is the top of the hour, so we're probably going to cut out of here in just a few minutes. Did you have any other questions? Do we have any other potential plays to talk about?
I don't think so. I am excited to get off this stream so that we can find more, because I know they're going to drop a whole bunch of props here in the next few hours. And I need to look through these bowl bets again. I need to get my streak back going after that L yesterday. I had 4 in a row and then got an L yesterday, so I'm going to find one today. Some team totals.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be some stuff to go under. The St. John's game might be a pretty juicy one.
The St. John's game is so low already, though. Makes me want to go
that's
over.
what I'm saying.
Is that what you meant?
Are
Go
you-
over?
I mean, no, but with the total being kind of low already, I mean, you probably get it at, 140 something, or whatever team total variance for that. But there's a lot of slow games. Even this West Virginia game, not bad, not
But
bad.
Central Florida is just, I don't know. They have an offense that can actually do something. Every now and then a team with a great defense like Michigan State yesterday just falters. So that's not really the one I'm looking at. Just Central Florida has that potential. I mean, it could definitely work, but
Oh, let's go. It did
What
move finally.
oh,
The TO finally went to 8.5.
okay. There you go.
There we go. That's what Papa was looking for.
All right.
All
And we got
right,
another
even
like.
better. Hell yeah, let's go, fam.
Theo Barrett, if you play him straight up with Watts under 13.5, you get 2.35. How's that feel?
That feels like a winner.
It does. It does.
Let's see. Just perusing some stuff here real fast before we hop off and see if they moved anybody else. Did Okpara get taken down? Okay, no, he's still here. Oh, now we're seeing a little bit of juice back the other way. Real good shot. This goes back up to 15.5. And this goes back up to 8.5. Just try and see real fast. We got any other things to take a peek at? Oh, we did find out that Caleb Wilson, unfortunately, going to miss the rest of the season with surgery. So he's done so for UNC. I thought they would bump up Henry, but still not yet. Still not yet. He could go up to 15.5. Yeah, they added a bunch of stuff while we were on here, too. Hey, we got Sunday props up already, too. Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot, man. We're gonna have to make a video, if not one video, maybe 2 videos over the weekend.
Well, we'll make it happen. We'll get it done.
Woo.
Check out any other lines and news and stuff that comes in. We'll make some moves accordingly. But I think with that being said, go ahead and hop off here. Call it a week for us. Been a pretty good one. Honestly, real damn good last 3 weeks in a row now. So we are up mad units. Looking for strong final Saturday of the regular season as well. So make sure you guys check it out. Be a part of our Discord. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. We appreciate the love, support this season. We'll catch you guys in the Discord, and I think we'll be back on Monday for streaming. We'll kind of play that by ear, but other than that, good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all back here later. Peace.
Well, I've had enough.
Again, man, I had enough.